What's up, everybody? Happy Hump Day. Happy Wednesday. This is your girl Midnight, live streaming from Midnight at Joe and Get the Hands and Midnight Crew. And I will be taking this topic over to the TikTok topic too, because I did say so, but we're going to start over here first. This is a good one right here, you all. This is what we're going to talk about if you've seen the title already. It's called The Importance of All the Words with the word self in it. Okay. And I even got a little self care video, but I got 9 important words that everybody needs to be practicing every day, including myself, that include the word self. And we also have the meaning of the word. Okay. That I will be putting across the screen. I do have my link in the chat for both Facebook and YouTube. So this is the link right here for Facebook, Midnight at Joanne's Get the Hands. And this is the link for the YouTube Midnight Crewers. Okay. This is live streaming on both sites. All right. This is going to be a good one. I think I'm going to keep the music vibing until I get ready to play that video at the end. But like I said, we're going through self words with self in it and why the words are so important for people, men and women. Okay, boys and girls. How about it? Good morning, Miss Brenda. How you doing? And Miss Katina. Good morning. Happy Hump Day. It is a good Wednesday. Okay, midnight is just really, really relaxing and vibing out. I have been taking myself a couple of days off because the weather is changing over here where I am on my neck of the woods, honey. And it really does trigger my allergies. Okay. So what I'm doing is just taking a lot of soups in. I'm allowing my body to actually do what it needs to do naturally, though. I'm taking a lot of teas in, drinking orange juice, which I don't like orange juice much. I don't like really that citrus flavor, but it is good when you have inflammation in your body, and it does something to the mucus inside of your body to get it all out too. So I like to use like orange juice or any kind of citrus stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's really good for when you get flare up with your allergies or whatever, or if you're having cold-like symptoms. That's really good for that. So man, I just been chilling. However, I am gonna do a TikTok too, and I finally got all of my stuff. So I got the last of what I was looking for yesterday. So that is just right on time. Your girl gonna be showing all that good TikTok flavor. So if you ain't over there following me on TikTok, you gonna miss it over here because I'm going over there on TikTok with that one. Okay, and then I'm gonna touch this too. So this is why I wanted to start over here first with this one, because this is definitely something that I'm going to talk about on TikTok too before I do show anything. We're going to have this same talk, the same topic with the same words, just as to why they are so important to your life, though. You know what I'm saying? And why they are so important to apply into your life. Everybody needs to know how to do all 9 of these things, and there is more. I mean, there are self words that end with self that has good meaning, and then there are some words that has self in it that is like almost degrading. Okay, but you definitely want to practice the positive ones. All right, so let's get right into it. The first word we're gonna pull up on the screen is self love. Of course, it will be self love. And self love is choosing self love over self doubt. So that means that you have to really love yourself for yourself. Okay. It's really screw what everybody else think of you. Because see, if you love yourself, you're going to treat yourself as such. You know what I'm saying? That's how midnight rock. You know what I'm saying? I love everything about me. You know, no one could ever put self-doubt inside of me because self-doubt does not live here. Okay. So that means that nobody can tell me that I'm not capable of doing something. Nobody can tell me that I'm not capable of achieving something. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can do. And so I'm going to treat myself as such. And then self-love is also doing certain things for yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you take care of yourself and your health, your wealth, all of that, your mental, that is all classified as self-love. Okay. And then you have to have ultimately self-love for you before you can have any type of love for someone else. Okay. That is just the real thing about it. Self-love, choosing self-love over self-doubt. Okay. That's really what that is. All right. So that is the definition of self love in simple form. Okay. Choosing you and not letting others put doubt in you. You know what I'm saying? You got to start believing in yourself. And if you don't know how to believe in yourself and you don't have that kind of belief about yourself, I don't know what you need to start doing, but something needs to give, honey, because you're not going to be able to do it with no one else in this world if you can't do it with you. Starting with you first. Okay? Miss Brenda says, Amen. It's just the truth. Okay? The next one is self worth. Okay. Self worth and self love kind of goes hand in hand. And self worth is saying that I'm deserving of my own affirmations and self worth. Okay. Meaning that you don't have to settle for less out here. Meaning that you know you have standards out here. Meaning that you know you go by certain morals and values out here. So that's something that you stand by, which means that you are deserving of those things. And if other people do not display the kind of things that you do not rock with, or they don't display the kind of things that you believe in, you don't have to associate yourself around those kind of individuals. That is what that means. And that is having self-worth about yourself. Okay, you're not going to settle for less because somebody else thinks that this is what's best. No, it's really about what you think is what's best, and it's really about what you believe and how you believe and how strong do you believe. Okay, because then you will start to show self-worth in your own self. Okay, that's one of them. All right, that's the second one. Then self acceptance is another one, which is saying simply that I'm going to embrace everything that makes me uniquely different. Or it's saying I'm going to embrace everything that makes me unique or different from others, which means you don't care about, you know what I'm saying, other people. What is uniquely different about you is your own uniquely different characteristics of you. Those does not mean because they're unique that they're wrong, and does not mean that just because they're different from others that that's not something you should embrace. You know what I'm saying? So embrace all the different things about you, even though they are unique, because all of us have unique things about us. Okay, all of us have some things that's solely different about us, that what makes it different about us as well. Okay, so when you accept yourself for who you are, you definitely do not care about what other people think. You definitely do not care about what other people may say at the same time, because you're going to embrace everything about you, no matter if it's uniquely different from others. Okay, and you're not going to really care about what that is or what other people may say. Okay, because you're showing self acceptance about yourself. So, self acceptance is the third one. The fourth one would be self care. Okay. Self care. I prioritize myself. Okay. And you prioritize yourself first. And self care means a lot of different things. Okay. When we get up in the morning, we take care of ourselves by doing our daily duties, our daily routines. Okay, whether that be you get up in the morning, you take care of your hygiene, you comb your hair, you make breakfast, whatever you're doing, that is self-care. Self-care can mean in a different variety of things. You take yourself out, treat yourself every once and again. You do certain things that's hobbies, you know, things of interest that you like doing. That's part of self-care. You make time for yourself. Basically, that's what self-care is, when you prioritize you over others and make time for you over others, because you might spend a lot of time doing a lot of things for other people, but again, you got to make some kind of time for you, using some kind of time management for you. So you prioritize yourself by using self-care. Okay, and self-care could be a variety of different things, however that may come, but this is definitely important, people. Let's see. The next one would be like self-compassion. So having self-compassion is I give myself grace to make mistakes and learn from them. Okay, because we're not perfect people. So when you have self-compassion in yourself, that means that you're saying that I'm a person that's going to make mistakes, but I'm also going to be one that's going to learn from mistakes that I make. So I'm aware of that. And so I have self compassion for myself, which means that you can also have self compassion for others, and you will. Okay. So if you are a person that is very aware of your own self compassion, you're definitely going to be aware of other people's self compassion too. And be able to actually find yourself being relatable to somebody else's, issues because you display self compassion of your own. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, Miss Melissa. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Good morning. Okay, so self compassion. You giving yourself grace to make mistakes and learn from them. And these are your own mistakes. But when you display great self compassion, you will also be able to give that same grace to somebody else. Simple. Okay, that's what that means. Um, Next one right here is self confidence. It's basically saying that you are confident in everything you do and you are confident in you. And you're supposed to walk around here with confidence. So, see, like, this is what everybody is supposed to have, even though a lot of people like to knock somebody's confidence level, but you're supposed to think very highly of yourself. So you really are supposed to think highly of yourself. You're supposed to really give yourself a lot of credit. You're supposed to really feed yourself all those positive affirmations. Okay. So that is having like confidence in yourself. Okay. So self confidence is something that a lot of people struggle with. Um, they really truly just do not have the confidence in themselves, and maybe somebody have knocked that down for somebody, you know what I'm saying, by telling them all the wrong things ever in life. But you have to have confidence. So when you hear people talk highly of themselves, they really supposed to, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to walk around with self confidence in you and everything it is you do. Okay. You is supposed to. Okay. That's a person who's showing self confidence. Self respect, which means that you respect yourself at all times and you're going to actually display yourself like that at all times. No matter where you are going to actually just ooze self-respect, which means that you're not going to let no one disrespect you, or you're not going to disrespect yourself, no shape, fashion, or form. You come in the form of self-respect, meaning that you respect yourself and you respect others. Okay. And people are going to know that he or she respects themselves by how they carry themselves. Okay. Simple as that. So that is what self-respect means, that I truly just respect myself at all times. I carry myself with self-respect. I ooze self-respect. My characterisms speaks self-respect. Okay. So that's what a person is going to see when they see you, if this is you. Okay. If all of these qualities are you, this is something that people are going to see on you off the rip. My sister husband suffered from dementia. Her sorority sister planned a week's getaway to Atlanta for them to enjoy themselves. I'm so glad she joined them. Okay. So self respect, very important. Okay, they all are very important. We have a few more. Self guard. A lot of people like to use self guard, and that's okay. It's basically saying that I'm responsible for my own happiness and overall well being. So a lot of people have to keep their guard up with people nowadays, because I definitely display this characteristic as well. That's why I said my circle is very small. I definitely self guard. Okay. And self guard is simply being self aware and self observing. Okay. I don't like just anybody in my energy or in my air or in my space. You know what I'm saying? So using self guard is stating that I'm responsible for my own happiness, overall well being, which means that I'm going to conclude whoever I want in my life and around me. Okay. And I'm going to use self guard by keeping my guards up. Okay. Because everybody is just not for you, even though they portray to believe that they are. So when people use self guard, it's just that they're looking over and looking out for their own well being. A lot of people like to say that that's really funny active behavior, but it's really not, boo. I mean, that's what you're supposed to be doing. That's what you're supposed to be doing, and that's what I do. So self guard. I'm responsible for my own happiness and overall well being. In order for me to be happy and my overall well being to be healthy, that means that I have to look at the people around me. You know what I'm saying? I got to look at who I'm allowing my space up in my presence, in my space, my perimeter. I got to look at who I allow closely around me. And sometimes we end up making the mistakes of letting some of those come around you. But after you use a lot of self awareness on it, then you start to see different about that. You know what I'm saying? So using self guard on people, that's definitely not something that you should start lacking in. If a lot of people don't know how to use self guard, because self guard is nothing other than using like self observance or self awareness about people. Okay. How you doing, Miss Pamela? Good morning. Happy hump day. So that's something that you need to do, and especially to protect your peace. You know what I'm saying? You got to do this with people just to protect your own peace. You got to be able to use that kind of self observance on people to protect your own peace, though. And I'm gonna be one of those people to do that all the time, at all times. Like I said, sometimes we hit or miss with these people, but if you pay attention to the people and the way they move, you start to see different in some people. You know what I'm saying? So always use self guard, always use self awareness, self observance. When you talk about people that you allowing in your life, when you talking about people that you allowing in your personal space, you know what I'm saying? They may not be no good for you. No matter what they portraying to do or portraying to be, they may not be that. So you got to use self guard to make sure that your happiness and peace is guarded and protected. That's what you got to do with these people out here. Spirits travel from one person to another. This is when self guard is needed. Absolutely. I mean, and you don't think people carry, their different demons and things like that, their different issues that they go through and trying to put them off on other people. It definitely do. And this is why you got to be careful with it. You know what I'm saying? You just have to. You got to. So people, if you're not displaying any of these kind of, because I feel like these are all important. You know what I'm saying? These are very important words with the word self in it. And then the last one that I have is this self integrity, which is a synonym for the word self esteem. And that's not letting others break how you feel about you with downgrades, not letting others break how you feel about yourself using downgrades. That's really like destroying your self esteem. Okay, so you want to always hold yourself to a certain standard where your integrity is in place. Okay, where you feel good about your integrity level. So it really doesn't matter what people say. Nothing that they can say can break you. It's like, you can't break my soul, that kind of thing. No matter what you think you saying, you can't break me. You're not strong enough to get through me to break me. You know what I'm saying? Because my integrity level is out the window. That's what I'm saying. But a lot of people struggle in this here area right here too, because they walk around with self-esteem issues. So again, these are people that have been told repeatedly over in their life, because sometimes that happens. No matter if these were people that raised you, no matter if these were people around you, so called as friends, so called as associates, I don't give a damn who they are, so called family members. You know what I'm saying? These are some of the same people that broke your self esteem, people you were in a relationship with, personal ones. You know what I'm saying? These are some of the people that told you so many things about yourself to the point where over the years you start believing that bull. You start believing you wasn't capable of it. You start believing you wasn't gonna be nothing. You start believing that you was that they were telling you. So they broke your self-esteem. So you have to be able to have self-integrity. And when you have self-integrity about yourself, no matter what nobody say or do, that's not gonna break you, honey. It's not gonna break you at all, because you hold yourself and your integrity level to a certain standard. So it's not going to be of what nobody else can say that's going to be able to bring you down at all. Nothing. So again, these words were self love. These words were self worth. These words were self acceptance, self care, self compassion, self confidence, self respect, self guard, and self integrity. Okay. which is it's many more. It's many more because, like I said, there are some words that can be very degrading, but there's a lot of words when you use self that you have to really reflect on self. That's why the word self is in it. You know what I'm saying? The word self is there because you should be able to reflect yourself first. Okay? You can't. How does this sound that you display self love on somebody else, but you don't know how to love yourself, honey? You telling me you going out here potentially saying that you love somebody else, but you don't know how to love yourself first? You telling me that you showing somebody else they worth and you don't show your own self worth? How can you do these things? You mean to tell me you acceptance of another person, but you can't even accept yourself out here for who you are? Okay, the life you lead, but you are very accepting of somebody else in their life and what they doing, but you have not accept your own. How can you do that? You out here giving self-care to other people, but you do not have time to display self-care for yourself. What? You out here showing compassion, self-compassion to other people, but you don't give yourself self-compassion. How is one able to do that? Self-confidence. You are one of these people trying to boost somebody else's self-confidence by giving them advice, and you have a problem with your own self. You don't even accept who you are. You're not happy with who you are, but you can advise somebody else. How does one do that? Self-respect. You show no respect for yourself. You degrade yourself every time you're out here by the way you carry yourself. But you want to tell somebody else how to do that with them. How does one do that? Okay? Self-guard. You a person that just fall for anything, should I say. Anybody, anything, any activities, okay? You don't mind. Long as you can get in where you fit in, you let your guards down for the wrong individuals and any and everybody, but you're not self-aware about your own self. That's crazy, honey. And when integrity comes to play, you have no integrity, okay? No integrity for yourself at all, and it shows. But you are out here trying to tell somebody else how to have integrity about themselves, and that does not ooze out of you. Honey, how does one do those things? All of those things have to start from within first. That's why the word self is in it, okay? Self is in those words because it starts with you first. And you have to be able to display those things on you first. Because if you can't do it with your own self, you definitely cannot do it with nobody else. That is very much so true. That's a fact. Okay? That's the fact of the matter. If you are not displaying any of these characteristics in yourself first, you are not doing them well with the other person or other people. I'm just saying, you are not. That's impossible. Okay? Good morning, Miss Lane. She said, Grand Rising, Midnight, and everybody. Those are things that you have to start from doing within first. Why do you think the word self is in them words? Because it starts with self first. Okay? So if self is not displaying those characteristics or trying to boost or rebuild those characteristics in oneself, then you are lacking if you think you're doing that with somebody else. It's not happening. That's not happening like that, people. It does not work like that. That's self first. Let's go down here. Let me show y'all again, because some of y'all just coming in here. We got self love up there. You definitely need to be having that for yourself. Self acceptance up there. Okay. Self worth up there. Self care. This is how important they all are. Self-compassion, okay? Self-confidence, self-respect, self-guard, and self-integrity, okay? Thank you again. Until you spoke on several Kim Porter books, you put me on. And you know what? They sold out. They sold out. If you were never the one that I asked y'all to get, if you didn't cop that already, I want to let y'all know that too. I'm glad you brought that up. I already knew that many people were going to actually be buying those books, especially that one, because a lot of people are interested in reading the books themselves. Now that all of this stuff has come out, I'm gonna turn my music off because I'm gonna get ready to play this video anyway. Um, a lot of her books are sold out. Oh, so that's what happened then. Yep, they took it off. And as a matter of fact, they may not even ship out because I got a message that they're gonna be refunding me. So I had to go buy the other book. She have a couple of them still on Amazon, but the one that I was questioning, because that makes sense now that you say that, because I didn't see the book up there, and I swear, I'm like, I bought that book. Why that book ain't up here? So I'm thinking that it was sold out. But you're telling me that they took that off Amazon? Because you definitely can't find it. And then they're going to refund me $15.99 for that book. So I had to go on and buy me a whole nother book that she had on Amazon. Okay. So for the ones who bought that book, you may be getting refunded because them people refunded me my money back off Amazon because you can't find that book. That one is gone. Now, however, she has all her other ones. That one that I had up there on the right, that book I ended up buying with the refund money that they gave me because I'm just like, hold on, wait a minute, I just bought the damn book now. And I'm thinking maybe it's not up there because they sold out, but usually if something sell out, they'll still have the image of that up there, and it'll just say sold out. They didn't have the book up there at all. You know what I'm saying? It's not up there at all. So clearly they took that shit off Amazon. That makes sense now. They had to. You said you heard they took it up. They did. Because you can't find that book. Not that one. Not that one. And then they refund me my $15.99 back, which I wouldn't turned around and bought the other book. Okay? Because it's still a book of betrayal, but the ones that has lost word in it with the beige paper top on there, they didn't took that motherfucker off Amazon for real. It don't even pop up. It don't even pop up. I say, ain't this shit strange? Because I'm thinking like, okay, even if it was sold out, they would just tell you that that shit sold out. Okay, there's no more available. That's what they would say. It would say something like that to that nature. But shit, you can't even find that at all. Since I did an Amazon search, man, bootleg different books using her name. What? Wait, you found some other books? I'm gonna post up the picture of the book that I had to buy after they refund me. I said, damn, what happened? Did they sold out? Did they sell out? Nah, that motherfuckers took that shit completely off Amazon. You can't even find it. Mm-mm. Cause I'm thinking like, why they giving me I'm like, I didn't request for no refund. You know, they email you about everything. I didn't request a refund. I'm saying 15.99. Why they give me a refund? Come to find out, it's that book. They took her book down. How you doing, Miss Bree? Thank you for the share. Girl, I found like 10 other books. Some put her name on as an author, different names. I seen it too, but I ain't want to buy that shit. So you know what I turned around and bought? I'm gonna show you the book that I wouldn't bought with the refund money they gave. I'm just like, what the hell is going on here? Why they refunding the book? I didn't even think about that. I knew it was gonna sell out. I knew a lot of people were looking to buy. So I knew that that book was gonna sell out eventually. I knew that. But when you just could not find the book, okay, because I'm like, I know what I'm pressing in. I know what I pressed in to look to find this book when I bought this book. But to not see it at all, they bringing up other shit like, they took it down. Like 10. I tried to post the screenshots here. Wow. But I didn't pay attention to none of them other books. If it didn't have her face on there, because that one book that I had put in my post, it was that first book that I was buying, but then she had another book that had a darker covering. I went on ahead and bought that one. Now, if the motherfuckers end up giving, because that was the same price of the other book, they both $15.99. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they just so happen to take all of her books off, they will have to refund me again. And I'm just gonna leave it like, well, fuck it. Maybe they don't want nobody to have it. I mean, that's probably why they took the shit off the shelf, to be honest. Like, I mean, that's the tea right there. That is the tea. You know what I'm saying? That would have been the tea. The tea, the breads, the butter. Okay. It would have been tea. It would have been factual too. It's in a book. Okay. You talking about somebody wrote down everything that they went through, all altercations that they would, that's tea. Like everybody was going for that book. Everybody was looking to go buy that book. I'm not surprised they took it down, but I was just kind of like baffled as to like, okay, nah, I didn't do no refund now. I didn't request for a refund. So what's going on? What's up? I noticed that shit when I went to go search for the book, I could no longer find the book. So I'm just thinking like, okay, well shit, that shit's strange. Well, fuck that. I'll just go buy another one. And did. So I'm just gonna tell y'all which one I bought. Now that one's still up. Okay. That one's still up as far as I know. Cause I look at Amazon every day anyway. Shit I buying off of there damn near every day. I'm buying something off Amazon damn near every day. So shit, when I checked that yesterday when I made a few purchases off Amazon, you know what I'm saying? I looked. My book should be to me by Thursday, which is tomorrow. Okay. That should be back to me by Thursday. I would have had the other book by today if they didn't give me no motherfucking refund because I bought that book early at the top of the week. I bought that book on Monday, I want to say. I would have had that shit today. You know what I'm saying? But they refunded me for my book. And I just really found that out yesterday. Yeah, but I saw your first book posting. Yeah, but I saw your first posting asking, well, how we know which book to buy out of the two at first. I went to Amazon after your post and they had, man, other Fugazi ones. Yeah, because they took that one down. They took it down. They took it down. They refunded me for that one. They refunded me for that. I bought my book Monday. You know what I'm saying? I bought my book the same day I made that post. And y'all see the book up there. That's out of my Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Both of those books come from my app. You know what I'm saying? From me looking it up in my app on Amazon, and I didn't know which one to buy at first. But then after I did my other research, because I didn't did my own research on TikTok, and I see that a lot of people were already buying the book, so I knew which book to buy, which was the beige book. That's why I came back and told y'all go buy the beige book, but hurry up and buy it. Because I knew that people were already considering buying it, and I knew that it was going to sell out. I already knew that. I knew it was going to sell out, but they completely took the fucking book down. Okay. They completely removed the book. You know why? Because it's too much damn tea. It would have been too much tea. That's why they removed the book. That's hot tea right there. You know what I'm saying? And the truth. That's tea and the truth all in one. They weren't gonna keep that shit up there too long. Oh, these motherfucking people going out here buying the book, they were doing the same shit I was doing. They was doing the same shit I was going to do. Go buy the book. Let's read the book because we gonna find out the real in the book. Motherfuckers took that shit down. Her dying, these vultures running with. Crazy as F, okay? It ain't sell out. Amazon took it down, sis. That's what I'm saying. They took it down. I know they took it down because you can't find it. That's what I'm telling you. If you put anything in a search on Amazon, trust me, I know how to use an Amazon. I'm an Amazon queen, honey. Okay. I order all the time from there. No matter if something's sold out or not, the image of that item still will be on Amazon. This is what I'm telling you. The image will still be on Amazon even if it was not available. So by the fact of the matter is that they refunded me $59.99 and I cannot find that book. That means they took it down. I know that. I know that already. I use Amazon daily. I know how it works. I bought the book Monday. They refunded me Tuesday. I seen that shit yesterday that I was refunded. So I said, I didn't do a refund. Shit, I didn't personally make no refund. You know what I'm saying? I didn't request for one. Let me go look up this book. Kim Lost Words. That's not the same book. They had all them other motherfucking books up there with Kim Lost Words on. That's not the book that I bought, though. The book that I bought with the image you saw on my post, that's what I bought. You can't find that motherfucking book at all, which is why when you came on here this morning to say that they removed the motherfucker, it makes sense as to why I can't find it, because they took it down. That's what I'm saying to you. One blogger had a follower read the entire book on his live. Kid you not. I mean, well, whoever was able to go get the motherfucking book when they bought it, if you was able to get the book, shit, they got the tea. They got the answers. They got everything they need. Shit. And if I had the motherfucking book, talk about it. Because you definitely got the tea. You definitely got the answers. You got the answers that you need is in that book. Why you think they took that shit down? They had to really think about it themselves. Why you think they removed the book? Because that's giving away the tea. So whoever was able to go purchase that book before Amazon thought to take it off their shelf, and then shit, that's just Amazon. Hell, I can go through another motherfucking site to go get it. But I still even bought another one of her books on Amazon. I bought the second book that I posted up. I bought that second book. That's still up. I bought that second book with the darker cover that for the same price as that other book. I bought that one. You know what I'm saying? I bought that shit. So let me see if they gonna even keep that up there. Let me see if they gonna keep that shit up there. But whoever was able to go buy that book, shit, they have the tea. They got the scoop. And if you got it, shit, talk about it. It's in the book. Why not? If you bought that book and you got the book, you got the scoop. You got the tea. Okay, and that's definitely the tea. They got it. So shit, why wouldn't they talk about it? Good morning, Miss Tess Lynn. They got the tea. Shit, that's what I'm on. I was shit. What the other reason why I was getting the book? I wanted to know the tea. When I seen so many motherfucking TikTokers was talking about that book, because some people had clearly already had it. When so many motherfucking people was talking about that book, I said, oh, well, this book is going to sell out. So for the ones who do want to go buy the book, while it's on Amazon, go buy it, because it ain't going to be available for too long, because they're going to sell that book. That book is going to sell out. So for whomever got it, oh, yeah, they ought to be talking about it. Shit, they got the tea. That's why. Good morning, Miss Dolores. They got the tea. They got the official, they got the tea. Shit, they ain't gonna have to do no motherfucking speculating. As far as I know, them from that lady's words, them her words. Them her words. She wrote that book. Somebody just eventually just published it for her because she wasn't able to publish it. But them is her words. That's why it says Kim Lost Words for Justice. They her words. So for whomever bought it, they definitely got the tea. They got the scoop. Shit, that's my whole point of buying it. I wanted to actually read it because you didn't think I was going to talk about it. Shit, I was definitely going to revert and talk about anything that I read in that motherfucking book. That's the whole point of why these motherfuckers buying it. So they can get the scoop. The motherfuckers made a mistake putting that shit up on any shelf anyway. They made them, that's their mistake. They made a mistake putting that shit on the shelf. They made a mistake putting that up there. Because they should have known motherfucker was going to buy. Once the motherfucker got to talking about the situation, they should have known the motherfucker was going to purchase. They should have known that shit. That shit probably was never thinking about selling out. I bet you her book would have never sold out the way that it sold now. if this shit didn't really hit the fan because it would have been sold. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter that this shit is really hot, and the fact of the matter is that the situation is really got out of hand and it's much bigger than what we think it is. A motherfucker want to know what she put in her book. A motherfucker want to really know what was in the book. Shit, hell, why couldn't she be right? Shit, them is his children's mother. She did date this motherfucker. She definitely had some encounters with him too. A motherfucker want to know what really happened. They want to know what's up, just like I wanted to know what's up. That was my whole motive of going to buy that book. So I said, "Oh, that book took down. You can't even search the book. You can't even find that book at all. When you put in Kim Porter's books, that one do not come up. She has so many other ones that come up, but the one with the beige top, the beige book, nah, that one can't be found. It can't be found, and that is the one that I bought. They did. Why y'all put it up there? Okay, why did y'all put? Why y'all have it up there? I mean, shit. Why? So I guess they not selling the Kindle versions because I should go try buying that because I'm seeing if you go buy Kindle version, you should be able to get your book right away. That shit electronic. I mean, maybe I should go see if I can go get the Kindle version because it seemed like that one was probably there. I think I seen that one. I wanted the book though. So yeah, they took that shit off Amazon, gave me my $15.99 back for that book. I spent that $15.99 on a whole nother book that I should have tomorrow. Okay. But the motherfuckers definitely did take it off the shelf. I will be doing my own due diligence because I'm sure that Amazon is okay. That might be a one carrier that sell her book, but I wonder do Barnes and Nobles have her book? It's gonna be more expensive in them kind of places though. But I don't give a damn. Barnes and Nobles may have her book and some other third party publishings that sell books may carry her book. But yeah, Amazon definitely took her shit down. And they probably took her shit down because they just don't want no affiliation with what's going on. I just search Amazon now. Check your inbox. More new thirst buckets. Amazon really got up there to sell. Check your inbox. I seen them already though. I already seen them because I done been on there. I seen them all already. I seen all them bogus ass books that they had up there. I seen them all because I really just wanted to know what the fuck was going on. Like, mm, where the book that I bought? This ain't the book that I bought. Where the book that I bought? You can't even find that book. They got all these other different type of books up there. That's not what I bought. I wasn't even looking to purchase none of them yesterday. So I said, nah, I won't be getting that one. I seen the other one that I had posted up. I said, I'm gonna buy that one. Low Lanes, good morning. My bad. I'm up here washing dishes. Okay. It's more new Fugazis. It's more new Fugazi ones. But see, that's what I don't give a fuck about them Fugazi ones. I ain't buying them. You know which one of them books. You know which ones are Fugazi too. All them with all that big ass writing on there, they don't even got her face on there. Like, you know that shit about really fake. You know somebody, yeah. You know these authors really just really they probably took her book. This is what they did. I'm sure they did this right here. I'm sure the motherfuckers had got a hold to her actual book. What they did was change the cover to her book to some bullshit and now they publishing that shit on Amazon. But see, a motherfucker ain't, like me ain't gonna buy that. It ain't even got her motherfucking face on there. Mm-mm. You gotta know what bogus. You gotta know what bogus publishers and publishings on them books look like. I seen them all already, sis. I go on Amazon a lot. I already know what they got up there. I see what they got up there. I spent a lot of time browsing that shit, trying to figure out shit what book I'm finna get. The book that I bought got her face on it though. You know what I'm saying? The book that I bought is one of them books that I put up in my posting. I bought the second one. You know what I'm saying? I bought the second one with the darker covering, but it has her face there. And she's the publisher of the book. It's hers, okay? So all those other books that got all those wording on it, I seen that shit already. That shit ain't gonna get no purchase from me. I was too busy trying to figure out where the book go that I purchased. Like, why y'all just take this shit down? Where that book at? They took it off. That's why it makes sense now when you said that if they took it off Amazon. That's exactly what they did because you can't find it. I don't give a damn if some sold out. I don't give a damn if some ain't available. They still gonna have the image of that motherfucking item on Amazon. They not gonna take that down. The image will still be there. It just tell you right up underneath that shit it's not available. That's what it is saying. How you doing, Miss Heidi? A few a few of her books had her as an author. They took those down though, too. Listen, until I bought one. I bought one yesterday. I already bought one yesterday. I said, let me buy this one. My book supposed to be to me tomorrow. Now, if the motherfuckers is refunding me again, if they refunded me $15.99 for that book, because that book that I paid for $15.99, that's the same value of that other book. Both of them is of the same value. That first book was $15.99. This second book is $15.99. Matter of fact, let me go up in my hold on, I'm gonna show you which kind of book I got. Because I got a picture of that to show you the one I bought. And I'm going to show you the one that I bought at first that can't be found. This is the one that I bought at first. These are the two. This is right here. This is the book that I bought originally that can no longer be found on Amazon. Okay. It's this book right here. Okay. This one was for $15.99. Okay. You cannot find this motherfucker nowhere on Amazon. Okay. That's the one they took down. However, this is the one I was also able to go buy. Okay. It's of the same value of that first book. Both of them cost $15.99. Okay. When them motherfuckers reimburse me for this first book right here that was magically took down, this was the book I bought. This was the book I told everybody to go buy. Okay. And this is strictly from my Amazon app that I use to make purchases off of. So you know that it's there. And look at the stars on here. This book was only rated 2.3 stars, but that book could have turned into a 5-star book, being that the fact that everybody want to know what's in her book. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to know what's the tea of her book. So then when I got refunded for that book, this is the book that I went and bought. I went and bought that one because it's of the same value. And I'm just going to purchase this one. Now, however, let me see. I will have to see if they took that down, but I didn't get no alerts just telling me that I'm getting a refund because that's how that worked too. They email you, letting you know that such and such will be refunded to you because of whatever the case may be. They refunded me that book because they snatched her merchandise off Amazon and I had already paid for it, so they know that they weren't gonna send me the book. That's why they took that off Amazon. It can't be found. It can't be found. Nobody not gonna be able to find that book. Okay. That book magically disappeared off Amazon, and I saw that yesterday. What made me look is when I got the email stating that they were refunding me. And I'm just thinking, like, what? I didn't personally request for a refund. You know what I'm saying? Not me. I didn't personally make a request for a refund. So what you refunding me for? Okay. I went in and couldn't even find the bitch. Couldn't even find the damn book. I said, oh, word? So they didn't took that shit off the Amazon app. So I said, okay, fuck it. I see they got that other one that I had up there. Let me go buy that one. It's of the same value. Maybe it's some shit up in there. I'm gonna go buy that one. So we gonna see if a motherfucker get it. Supposed to be to me by tomorrow. Hell yeah. I'm serious about the motherfucking book. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I wanted to know the tea too. Just like every motherfucker body else. All them motherfuckers that got that book, lucky that they was able to get it when they got it. Cause now another motherfucker ain't gonna. And then, like I said, the book, man, that book wasn't selling prior to this, man. That book wasn't doing no numbers prior to this shit right here at all. All these motherfuckers want to go buy the book for the same reason I want it. They want the tea. Some of the motherfuckers just so happen got the tea. Some of the motherfuckers just so happen got the book. Dealing with my sis and dealing with my sister-in-law this morning. She want to be all friendly now. Her homegirl and her are fussing. She talked a lot of crap about me on August 7th. I haven't spoke to her since. She hit me up last night asking how me and the kids are doing. Like she ain't talked all that crap about me. Or you talking about something else, honey? Y'all talking about some other shit. I don't know what y'all talking about right now. But anyway, listen. I'm finna get ready. That's what I'm. She brought that up because that's something that I definitely need to let y'all know. Y'all gonna figure that shit out anyway. For the motherfucking people that thought they was for. If you bought your book when I bought if you bought your book when I bought it at the top of the week, oh, they refunded your ass back and go buy that other book. Just go get the other one. And just so happen if they snatch all her shit off of Amazon because they don't want this hot shit getting out here. If they just so happen snatch all of her shit, they still just gonna refund the motherfucker. That's it. They just refunded you. That's really it. But why the fuck would y'all? What did y'all think was gonna happen? I mean, ask yourself that. What did you really think was gonna happen with the book sales? Just like everything else skyrocketing, going all out the motherfucking frame. What did you really think was gonna happen with the book sales? They were gonna skyrocket. They were gonna go be knocked out the park. Motherfuckers was gonna go buy it. Like, what did y'all think? Like, they was rating that shit at a 2.3. Motherfuckers weren't buying that book prior to this. Motherfuckers only want to know what's in the book, what's been said, what's being talked about in the book. Same shit I want to know. That's all I want to know. I'm letting you know. That's what I wanted to know. I'm letting you know that now. That's the only reason that she was getting my motherfucking dollar is because, first of all, shit, I do like to read. I am a journalist at heart. That's for one. And I do like to read on the good, interesting story, especially some shit that's been speculated on for years and years and years. And now that the monster is apprehended, now that the monster's in custody, a motherfucker want to really know what's the real school, what's the real tea. And you don't think that book has some tea in that shit? That shit has some tea. All of that good hot piping shit in there. That shit coming right off the press. That shit hot. It's coming right off the motherfucking presses. You know what I'm saying? That info that's in that book is coming right off the press. Hot. Okay? Hot. It's served hot and ready like motherfucking Caesars. Little Caesars, that is. That shit is served up hot and ready. So whoever got a copy, whoever was able to get a copy of that, yeah, they're gonna definitely talk about what's in it. They're gonna talk about what's in the book. Cause that's what Midnight was gonna do. I was gonna read the book and definitely hit points on things that I read in the book that I think that people will want to know, especially if it was something that people had speculated on for many years and people had speculated on what could have been happening or taking place for many years. They're gonna learn a lot of shit about that book if they got a copy, if they were able. How you doing, Miss Lisa? That's what everybody want the motherfucking book for. Same shit I wanted it for. Only the tea. The tea only. That's all I wanted it for. It was the tea. Apparently that shit may not be even happening. Like I said, you might have to go to a whole motherfucking real bookstore and they might even snatch it off all shelves if they don't want to make no sales or if they worried about the information that people may read. And if they're worried about when people read the book, if people are going to be doing speculating or telling the words of the book, if they're worried about stuff like that, then it ain't no wonder why they snatching books off the shelf. That's what they doing it for because they feel like, okay, well, first of all, that's going to be one way that truth is released, and second of all, a lot of people are going to be making financial gains or publicity off of things that's not theirs. You know what I'm saying? So they just removed the shit off the shelf. But what did you think was going to happen? I mean, what did you think other than that was going to happen if shit like that is still on the shelf? I mean, you didn't think that people were going to think, oh boy, she's definitely a part of or a component of this shit here. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely a key component of the shit that's going on. Her name's definitely in the mix. Why not go buy this lady book? Why not go buy her book and read it? They should have already knew that that's how people was gonna think about that. So y'all was some big goofies for putting it on the shelf anyway. Y'all was some big stupids for putting that shit up there because people are only gonna think like that. Like, okay, this shit is getting juicy. This shit is getting interesting. It's getting really real. Okay. If I really want to truly know what's going on, let me just go buy Homegirl book. I'm gonna go read it. And then in the book title is telling you that she's specifically talking about specific encounters with Sean Combs. Like who wouldn't want to read that motherfucking book and catch that tea? That shit hot. So why the fuck would y'all put it out there? I'm just saying, like, why the fuck did y'all make that something available for people to purchase? Like, you didn't think people was gonna purchase it? Did you not think that people was not gonna buy that book? Did you not think that people are not interested in a book? I mean, what did y'all really truly think? Did you really think different? I mean, because as I said before, if you were looking at her book sales, I mean, her book sales didn't make the kind of sales it's making now, or the kind of sales that it has made over the few weeks. It did. This is the highest that you may have seen her book sales in a few weeks. People weren't thinking about buying that damn book. Hell, I didn't. I wanted to buy it because of what's going on. Hell, he called. Oh, she's talking about. Oh, she's spelling all her T in the book. So let's go buy it. That's why everybody else buying it. Okay. But for the ones who did buy, if you was like me, I'm just telling you that that book is not searchable. You're not gonna find it there on Amazon. They have completely took that book down. I don't care if you put in Kim Porter, it's gonna show a whole lot of other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna show that book. It's not gonna show this one right here. Let me be clear that it's not gonna show that. You're not gonna see this. Okay. You're not gonna see that. But you can go by this. You can go by that though, because that's the one that I did buy. Both of those books are the same value, 15.99. Okay, both of them, 15.99. So that's the one I bought. Okay, that's the one I end up getting. Kim's Revelations. Okay, which will still have a little bit of this and a little bit of that in her book. But it may not be that in depth like this one was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Because it tells you on this book right here that she was going in depth about her encounters with Diddy. That's what that say. You know what I'm saying? But this the one that they took down. They took that off. So before any of that bullshit came about, I got this video because this is live. It's about self care, about all the words that describe self in there: self care, self love, self worth, self acceptance, self compassion, self confidence, self respect, self guard, and self integrity. Okay. We talked about how all those words are very important to human life in general. Okay. That means whether you're a boy, girl, man, or woman. Okay. That all of the words that display self in them are things that you have to display to yourself first. That's really what that means. That when you see a word that starts with self and then it has another word attached to it, that you have to be able to display all of those self characters on yourself first. That's what that means. Okay. So all of those words meaning that you have to be able to do all of those things for yourself first before you can do that for anybody else. See, that's why we got some people out here that's not good partners to their wives and husbands. This is why we got some people that ain't good parents to their children. This is why you got some people who think messed up in the world because they don't display self nothing on themselves. They have no self love. They have no self worth. They have no self acceptance about themselves. They have no self care motivations to themselves, no self compassion, no confidence, which is you're lacking self confidence, no self respect for yourself, no self guard, or no self integrity. And this is why you see so many people out here doing XYZ to XYZ because either he or she do not love themselves first. And you got to be able to do all that first. You got to be able to do all of that first. Okay? So this video that I'm going to play is just a little simple video catering to basically like self-care. And self-care, it could be defined in so many different ways. Like I said, self-care is just you getting up doing the basic things, basic ADLs, which is activities of daily living. You know, that's the acronym for activities of daily living. Your basic ADLs is basically doing this: brushing your teeth, washing your ass, combing your hair, fixing your food, taking care of things in within your home or you first that pertains to you getting your day started. And those are necessary things because when you don't do those things, then your physical health is definitely at risk. Okay. You need to bathe every day. You need to change your clothes every day. You need to brush your teeth every day. You need to comb your hair every day. You know, that's taking care of yourself. But then you got some other activities that also align with self care, which could be defined as hobbies. They can be defined as hobbies or just extracurricular activities that you do for yourself, whether it's on a schedule, weekly, bi weekly, however you do it for yourself, and using time management for yourself. Okay. Those also classified as ways to take care of yourself, like regimens you just regularly will do to take care of yourself. Some people may say, oh, well, I go have coffee at a coffee shop every day. That boosters give me my boost up. Okay, that's how they start their day. Oh, I get my nails done every XYZ amount of times. I go sit in my stylist chair XYZ amount of times. I go running every morning. I go jogging every morning. I go bike ride every morning. I take time for me and just listen to music and wind down in the morning. Whatever that looks like for you. I mean, whatever that type of self-care looks like for you, it looks different from everybody and for everybody. Everybody don't do some of the same things to, cater to self-care. But however you taking care of yourself is a form of self-care for you. And that's how you choose to do it. Okay. So this video is basically just talking about how important self-care is and what kind of things you can actually pick up as self-care routines for you. So we're going to let this ride.
We do things that take care of ourselves every day, like brushing our teeth and washing our hands. These activities are often called self-care. Self-care is something that anyone can do and that everyone should do. Self-care is not selfish, and it is one way we can care for our mental health. Taking care of your emotional well-being is just as important as taking care of your body because they work together to keep you healthy. Self-care is something you do daily or weekly that focuses on the whole you. This looks different for everyone, so try some things out and see what's best for you.
My granny always told me, baby, when you're feeling like you're in a funk, try to do something you don't normally do. So I take her advice and try to get out of my routine, So if I've been slammed with stuff and just been really busy, I like to get out of the house, get some air, and just listen to my favorite music. Sometimes I'll hop online and play some games with my friends. We'll complain about school, talk about people that we're cool with, people that irritate us, whatever's on our mind. Lately, we've definitely been talking about the pandemic and how life has been going. I tell them that what we do, talking to each other, is self-care. And they laugh about it. They give me a hard time, but I think they're warming up to it. It's taking a break from everything that stresses you out. You do things you like. You maybe write down your feelings, or you talk to your favorite person, or you could even just take a nap, eat, do whatever makes you feel comfortable before you have to jump back into the stress of everyday life. It feels good to do something that makes me feel good,
It can be as simple as taking a deep breath or learning a breathing exercise that helps you calm down when you're stressed. Self-care can also be practicing gratitude, like keeping a journal of things you are grateful for or happy about. Even just saying something nice to a stranger. You can get in touch with your artistic side, or do something like joining a new community or activity. Or, if you're doing too many things, self-care can be saying no to something that you don't want to or cannot do. Because our well-being is connected, self-care for your mental health can also be something physical, like walking outside for 15 to 30 minutes a day, or sticking to a regular sleep schedule. If you have trouble falling asleep at night, try listening to calming noises or staying away from electronics before bed. Sleep is essential to self-care, and getting outside or exercising can help you sleep better at night. If you've been feeling sad, angry, anxious, overly tired, lonely, anything, there are things you can do to help yourself feel better. If you're facing any difficulties with your mental health and your sense of well-being, it's important to take care of yourself. You can always reach out for support, whether that's from a friend or a professional. Connecting with others is a big part of self-care. Remember to do what makes you happier and find things that make you feel better. And make sure that what makes you happy is still healthy behaviors. Don't be afraid to enjoy yourself. The COVID-19 pandemic has made it clear that practicing self-care has an important and positive impact as we get used to a new normal. While self-care is important and helpful, it can't always solve all of your problems, so sometimes you might have to reach out for other support. There are many resources available to you. The first step to self-care is to find what works best for you.
Self-care, definitely important. So again, if you're not displaying none of this on yourself when it comes to like self-love, self-care, self-worth, accepting yourself for who you is, I don't care who you are. You got to be okay with who you are. Skip what other people may think. This is pertaining to a person who may be confused about his or her sexuality. It's skip that. If you want with yourself, you don't care about the likes of other people or what they may think. This is your life. It's you. But if you're not fully acceptance of yourself, then honey, you're lost at this point. And until you accept you, you're gonna struggle with accepting others. Okay? Because you don't accept yourself. Self-compassion. You gotta have self-confidence. You gotta have self-respect. You gotta have self-guard and you gotta have integrity, self-integrity that is. Which holding yourself to a level of integrity means that you stand strong to what it is that he or she live by, and you stand strong to what he or she believe in. You stand strong to the morals and values that you were given from within, and that's just in you. So it don't matter what nobody say or do, it's not gonna break you. That's having a high level of integrity about yourself. Okay? Most of the stuff she said, us NYC people especially heard or thought, except all the other rappers that also fruit too. Like self accountability, right? Self accountable, self accountability. And those are words too. That it's a lot of words with the word self, and this is a few. But this is the few of them that matters most to yourself. This is a few of them that matters most to, do you display these kind of characteristics on yourself? Because I mean, if you don't, then you definitely not explain. You're not displaying it the right way on nobody else. That's fake. That's fake. From there on out, that's fake behavior. Do you understand me? If you ain't got no self love for yourself, but you call yourself loving somebody else, now that ain't real. That ain't real. That's not real. That's not real. That's not real. You're not even displaying those kind of characteristics from yourself or giving it to yourself. So how you giving that to somebody else? It's not real out there. But it's a lot of fakes out here too. So I guess people are okay with that kind of behavior. But I'm kind of allergic to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm allergic to all of that. I definitely display all of these characteristics and then some when it comes to me. You know what I'm saying? All of them and then some more. Do you understand me? So I definitely have self love for me. I definitely have self worth. I definitely accept myself as myself and love myself. I definitely display self care. I definitely display self compassion. I definitely display self confidence in myself because I'm definitely very confident in me and my abilities, all things that I'm capable of doing. I definitely display self respect. I definitely keep self guard up because I definitely don't allow anybody and everybody in my life, in my circle. I definitely am very observant of anybody that proclaim to want to be in my life. I'm just not no easy revolving door for nobody. I'm not hard up for those kind of people around me. I'm not a revolving door, honey. I never been that. And so I'm definitely displaying the self guard that I need for me to keep my peace. And I definitely have self integrity about me. And then some. I have that and more. Okay. So the point of it all here is that everybody needs to be displaying all of those kind of characteristics from within on themselves first. When you can do that on yourself first, You're gonna be cool with doing it to somebody else, and it's gonna be straight up genuine when you do it to somebody else. You're gonna be able to do that with your eyes closed. It ain't gonna be no forcing it. It ain't gonna be no, oh, I gotta dramatize this thing. I gotta pretend to be somebody else. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta pretend like I at least like a person. I gotta pretend like I gotta do all this shit to fit in. You ain't gonna have to do that. This is just gonna, it's gonna just go as smoothly as it needs to go, because this is what you display yourself to be. This is just who you are. And you just don't care about letting other people come in to break up the person you are, break you, break your characteristics. Cause I can't be broken, honey. That's that self confidence in you that you're supposed to have. Like I said, when people really think highly of themselves, they truly supposed to. Cause you really truly supposed to. You supposed to think so highly of yourself to where people might feel like you cocky. Oh well, that's having self confidence in yourself for real. That's really what that is. People may call that to be cocky. People may call that to be other words, but you really supposed to think highly of you, because other people may not think highly of you, but what matters is that you think highly of you. What matters is that you love who you are. What matters is that you love how uniquely different you are. You don't care about how other people perceive you, because you already know who you are. So what somebody else think or say, that's null and void. You know what I'm saying? That holds no weight. It's really null and void. It holds no weight. And that's just what it is. And it's more from where this came from. This is just a few. This is just a start. And this is what I'm going to talk about on the TikTok today. It's going to be brought over there, just like it's brought down here on both of my platforms, on Facebook, Midnight at Joanne's Gifted Hands, and on the Midnight Crew. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna bring this over to the good TikTok too. On top of showing them my merch, you know what I'm saying, that I got, because I got all my merch now. But I'm all of these and then some. I'm all of them and then more. I love me some me, and don't care what nobody has to say. Period. And that's just on the period. That's just on my soul. Like, I mean, that's the way you're supposed to be thinking anyway. That's the way you're supposed to be thinking. You're supposed to think just like that. We don't give a fuck that motherfuckers call that shit to be cocky, cause conceited or whatever you calling that shit, but we don't care. We don't give a fuck how you perceiving it, how you receiving it. I don't care how you receiving it, how you thinking it. uh-uh. Definitely. And just keep that same momentum. Keep that same demeanor. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep that same flow, momentum, demeanor. You got to keep all that about yourself. And for people who are lacking in some of them, because some of you lacking, and it really does shows. They say actions speak louder than words, and that's always been a true fact. That's something that always have been trumping your words that you speak. Okay, actions will always trump words. Okay, I don't care what nobody say. What a person actually do or their actions will always trump words. Okay, always. So if you don't even have that, and action is definitely an action word. It's a word of action, which require work behind it. Okay, behind what we speak or behind what we say, it does require you to have action behind it. Like, if you ain't got no action behind what you saying, then you just speaking, and that means nothing. You know what I'm saying? But you have to have actions behind everything that you do. And it really have to be behind everything that you do. I mean, just speaking a good game, that's just anybody can do that. People do that on a day in and day out. But what you really doing? Hmm? What kind of actions do you show? I mean, do you display these kind of things? Because some people let their self esteem be broken behind other people. Some people settling out here for less. When you being dogged out here, you settling for less, so you don't even have your self worth intact. Some people are not acceptance of who they are, what they look like. They feel like people call them. Some people really get bothered by the fact people call them ugly. You bothered by the fact they call you fat. You bothered by the fact that they call you this, that, and the third. Man, you're supposed to love yourself altogether. Fuck what they talking about. um, you supposed to have some self care. You definitely supposed to have some self compassion. I mean, we got people laying on the table because you're not even satisfied with the good Lord gave you. You want to change your motherfucking whole appearance, man, because you really not one with yourself. That's how I feel about that. Your self esteem somewhere lost. Okay, your confidence somewhere is lacking. You know what I'm saying? It's somewhere lack thereof. No self respect for how you carry yourself as a man, or how you carry yourself as a woman, or how you carry yourself as a young man, or how you carry yourself as a young woman. Your self-respect is not there. And they say, shit, people treat you based off what it is you do. You know what I'm saying? They can look at you and they might perceive you to be somebody because you carry yourself this way. You carry yourself that way. This is the way you always want to look. So this is why you're going to be treated in such a way in life, because people only look at you to and think of one thing based off how you carry yourself, based off how the things you do. You know what I'm saying? They do that too. So if you have no self-respect for yourself out here, you shouldn't solely think to receive respect from people. Okay? If you lack in self-respect, a lot of times you're going to be disrespected, okay, by others, okay, because you hold no level of respect for yourself. So then people who are looking at you are going to see that about you, and they're going to treat you just like that, okay? And this is why a lot of people get treated like that out here in the world and society, and wonder why the men don't love on them right, or wonder why a woman look at you to be something like a whore because of the way you carry yourself. You ain't got no respect out here for your own self. You the kind of person that don't mind laying with any and everybody. You the kind of person that don't mind coming out here, um, making yourself look like the part of something that you claim you not, but this is the way you look. So this is how people are going to perceive you and receive you. Simple as that. You have no self guard, so you find yourself always getting snaked by people. Now we all done been snaked before by somebody who we hadn't had no business having around in our life. But a person who do not have no self-awareness or no self-observance about themselves are going to constantly find themselves in situations with snakes amongst them because they are not aware. Okay? You are not aware of your own surroundings, okay? Or you are not too much aware of the people who you allow around you enough to, observe them in such a way. You're not that much aware, so you're going to always find yourself in the middle of people who are snakes, people who are only out to get from you. They only want things that you can offer them. You are only what they look at to be a meal ticket, or they're leeching off of you in life. They're doing stuff like that to you. And if you don't have no self guard about the people around you, then you're going to always find yourself in situations like that with people because you have no self guard for yourself. Oh, self integrity. You see what's the fuck going on now in entertainment? A lot of those people lacked self integrity. Okay, a lot of those people folded for the likes of money. This is a prime example of what you see in people when their integrity is not intact, or when their integrity is not in place. That is integrity, dignity, etc. Okay, this is what we seeing right now, where you looking around and hearing about all these people and all of these different sex scandals, all this different sex trafficking, all this different bull, because they did not have their integrity or dignity intact, and they folded for the love of money. Okay, this is what we seeing right now. So when your integrity is lacked. You pretty much do anything for anything. Okay. You fall for anything and you're going to do anything because you don't give a damn about dignity. You don't give a damn about integrity. All of that stuff goes out of the window with a person like that. Okay. And then we seeing this as bear witnesses to everything that's going around on the internet, in Hollywood, and everything else. So we watching that unfold, okay? And that's because somebody let their dignity and integrity go, okay? You let that integrity go, your integrity and dignity. You did not value that, okay? Not at all. This is why we seeing shit unfold the way it's gonna be unfolding. Okay, so please do not let somebody put a price tag on any of those things. Okay, please do not definitely let nobody put a price tag on your integrity or dignity. Okay, nobody should be able to put no price tag on your respect. Nobody should be able to put no price tag on you and the way you feel about yourself with self confidence or compassion, self care or acceptance or self worth or self love. You let motherfuckers buy you out of your motherfucking characteristics. What kind of place is that? What kind of person is it? Who doing that? But clearly some people out here doing it. It is automatically clear we seeing. That's why I'm able to love on others, which makes me feel good, period. And keep on. You just don't want to lose those kind of qualities because those are qualities that money should not be able to buy. And in my book, money cannot buy. Do you understand me? Money can't buy. Money cannot buy. But believe it or not, some people out here selling their souls and characteristics, they selling their characteristics, morals, and values for the love of money, for the likes, for the follows, for the views. Honey, never. It can never happen this way, okay? Not ever. I can't see myself doing it, okay? And I won't do it. This is why midnight is going to continue to be midnight, whether who likes it or not. I care not who likes it or not, because guess what? I'm going to keep on doing me. Because guess what? I'm going to always keep thinking highly of me. Because guess what? I'm going to always show that and it's going to ooze right up out of me. Because guess what? I'm still going to keep every characteristics about me intact about me. Now, guess what on that? Midnight don't give a good damn, not one FUCK about how a motherfucker view me. Midnight don't give a damn about how a motherfucker perceive me. How a motherfucker receive me. I don't give a damn about shit like that. Because I love me. I love me and everything about me. And it's not going to be one thing to change about me at all. That's just who I am. Those are things and qualities about me. That's who I am. And that's how I'm going to be. Okay? Till the day I die. Simple as that. That's me. So this is for people coming across here who going to be seeing this on a replay. And they might be struggling or lacking in some areas because maybe they're going through something, or maybe they got the wrong people around them. Maybe they in a relationship they're not happy in. Maybe they in a situationship they're not happy in. Maybe it's a job that they're not happy with. I don't know. And all of those things may interfere with the way that you think about yourself. Maybe somebody telling you some things about yourself and you starting to believe that weird negative mess. It's time for you to just let that person go who's telling you all of this negative stuff here, feeding you all that negative crap. Let them go because they part of the problem. But you got to see that though. That's what people got to see. You got to see these people to be a part of your problem and part of your equation. And you got to delete and dismiss them. How about that? And see, that's one thing I don't have a problem with doing on nobody neither. Is deleting you, dismissing you, poof and be gone in you. I don't have that problem on nobody neither. Midnight don't have no problem in that area because I feel like this strictly. If I feel like you are no good to me, I'm not gonna miss you. Once I dismiss you, I'm definitely not gonna miss you. After your ass has been dismissed, you will not be missed. Okay? And that's just the whole point of it all. Uh-uh. I strive for greatness. I don't strive to be around people who are snakish. I don't strive for that. See, that's the kind of energy that I don't actually have around me in my life because I'm too observant of a person. I'm very observant. Some people will say that that's nosy. A person who is very observant could be called a person that's nosy. That another person would think that that person is very nosy because you're observing about people. You would think that that person is a very nosy one, but that's not really a person being nosy. That's a person just really observing what that person needs to observe about people who proclaim to want to be around them. If they have to watch you, if they have to scope you out, if they have to see you for who you really are, you know what I'm saying? That's just what that means. And it really just does mean that. I mean, it's nothing else. It's no other way to put it. It's no other way to put that. Okay? That's really what that means, people. So make sure that you're able to display all of these words on yourself first. Make sure that you're actually giving yourself those actions and fulfilling all of these words on you first. No matter what it is, make sure that you definitely love yourself. Okay. Make sure that you definitely have worth. You know your worth. Okay. Make sure that you really accept yourself for yourself. Make sure that you give yourself self care. Make sure that you have self compassion, which means that you learn from mistakes that you make. We're not perfect people. But see, having self compassion is that you learn from things, the mistakes you make, and you learn from those. So, therefore, you're going to try your best not to make those same mistakes again. Make sure you are very confident in yourself because everybody's supposed to think highly of him or herself. Okay. Everybody is supposed to think highly of themselves. Okay. So that's what you call self confidence. Make sure you have respect for yourself at all times because, again, if you want others to respect you in a manner, and if they see you carry yourself in a manner, they have no other way but to come with respect, especially if they see that in the presentation about you. They know what this is. They know this is a woman that carry herself like a woman, so they have to approach you like a woman. They know this is a whole man that has man values, and he's going to be treated as such. You're going to treat him like that because that's what they display. That's how they carry themselves, okay? You're going to have self guard and self integrity and dignity, okay? Those are all of the things it's going to exude out of you. People are going to see these characteristics on you without you even opening your mouth because it's the way you carry yourself. Say it again, midnight money can't buy nothing for me either. Hell no. Not only the fact shit, can't no motherfucker body do shit for me that I can't do for myself or that I hadn't done for myself. No. You know what I heard somebody say over there on TikTok before? I was on her live and she said that she said to her daughter, and this what made me chime in because I was just listening. But she said to her daughter, because I guess her and her boyfriend, her daughter and her boyfriend go through ups and downs and rounds. Okay, that's normal. Okay. But she said this. She said, I'm gonna tell my daughter that maybe she should give him a hard time and make him buy her all this stuff and then like buy her love. I said, nah, man, money don't buy love. Not over here. I said that would be the wrong information that I would ever give my daughters. And I got nothing but daughters. I would never tell my daughters to settle for a motherfucker who acts some kind of way to let them buy your love and affection. You dealing with a motherfucker who have horse tendencies. So in order for you to feel good about being with this kind of a man, he should supposed to buy your love. So that means go out there and buy you everything you want. That ain't gonna fix your situation. I said, nah, her husband was disagreeing with her and I agree with him. I said, nah, that's not really the adequate, perfect advice you give to a girl. You don't give that to no motherfucking body, whether it's a girl or a boy. I don't care. I would never tell my daughters to settle for less with a whore who don't know how to treat her. And the way that you're gonna feel accommodated in this relationship is that he go buy you shit and make you feel like that by buying you shit. But he gonna still have his same whorish ways of doing what he want. So in order for you to feel compensated in this relationship, let him go buy you the world. Nah, that shit ain't gonna work. I said, nah, man, you shouldn't tell her that. That's the wrong kind of advice for anybody. Money don't buy anything. Money cannot buy love. Okay. Because I don't give a fuck if you're with somebody right now who has whorish tendencies as a woman or a man, or they're not doing shit for you and or they treating you, misusing you, treating you horribly. But he go buy you a handbag and he get your hair done and he get your nails done. So you settling for that kind of shit. And this man beats the shit out of you. He treats you horrible. He talks to you like shit. But you accepting the fact because he's buying you all of these expensive things, so you settling for it. That's crazy. I'm very observant and get perceived as nosy. They can think what they want. My heart is good. I'm very loving and caring to others. Exactly. So you see how you get called nosy? Because I like to use the word nosy too sometimes to describe myself but I feel like I'm nosy in a good way. You know what I'm saying? I hear things that I hear or see. I feel like if I'm witnessing that, I am just what it is, a witness. You know what I'm saying? And some things I might have to intervene in, or somebody I might have to get some help for. So see, I'm not one of those people that's nosy and that's gonna stand by and watch shit unfold. You feel what I'm saying? I'm definitely observant enough to see that if I see shit unfolding, I may have to intervene my motherfucking self or intervene to get this motherfucking person some help. So that's having those characteristics in the right way you're supposed to have them and keep it. Keep it, because I'm not one of them people that's gonna stand by the wayside and watch shit unfold. It's too many people doing shit like that already. That's really horrible. You gonna stand by as a witness and you watching some shit unfold right before you and have nothing, no word or get nobody no type of help. Most people are just recording the bull. How you doing, Miss Alicia? Wow, that's a very weak woman, very insecure. She shouldn't have said that. I don't know if that girl was playing, but her husband said, "Nuh-uh, nuh-uh. Money don't buy love." I agree with him. Like, hell no, I would never give my daughters that kind of advice. Like, just accept that kind of behavior from a man to feel accepted in your relationship, even if he want to go. Just let him buy you the world. It'll be okay, daughter. Let him buy you the world. Let him go buy you this, go buy you that. That ain't gonna change her happiness level. That ain't gonna change her level of happiness. Now, is it? It's definitely not. I would definitely not give that advice to no motherfucking body, not even a man. Okay, I wouldn't even see myself giving that kind of advice to a man. Like, oh, you supposed to just settle for less. Let this woman do what she want to do. She want to have her cake and eat it too. Let her have her cake and eat it too. She doing X, Y, Z to you. She don't deserve you. She don't appreciate you, but she want to buy you the world. And the only reason why you staying is because she buying you these things. Mm, nah. I taught my daughters to always have their own and don't depend on a man for nothing unless it's a gift. or they choose to bless you. Okay, when you stand on your own 2 feet, can't nobody control you or knock you down. Period. No, that would never be some shit. I don't even go by that motherfucking code. Now, hell, now, like I said, we all may have been around a motherfucking person and may have done some shit for a motherfucker when we know we shouldn't have had. You know what I'm saying? But hell, you gotta wake up from doing shit like that in your life. That's a you problem. That's something you gotta wake up and realize. But to tell a young girl or a young man that, oh, just endure bullshit that goes on in your relationship if they're spoiling you with materialistic things, get the fuck out. That's not the right advice at all. Just endure the beatings, just endure the cheating, just endure the degrading, just endure it all. Cause they still spoiling you with all of those materialistic things. Get the fuck out of here. That shit doesn't mean nothing. As a matter of fact, and that shit doesn't even have no value to it after a certain amount of time go by, because that shit is trash. You know what I'm saying? That's garbage. That's some shit that's gonna be thrown out to the trash. Okay? And that's the kind of shit you should not allow people to put a price tag on. Some shit that's priceless already, something that's already priceless. You let somebody put a price tag on something that's priceless. I mean, it's infinity. It shouldn't have no motherfucking price tag to it. You can't afford it. Okay, you can't even afford it. If you thought you wouldn't even be able to afford this price, this is an infinity type of price tag no money can buy. No money can buy. So nah, cause I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Nah. No, not where I'm at in my life now. Oh no. I wouldn't do that. I can't see myself doing that. Settling for that because a motherfucker treat me nice and buy me materialistic stuff. Mm-mm. You still gotta grow up if you thinking like that. You still got some growing up to do if you really still truly think like that. You really gotta grow up. Because that's not the way of life. It's not. And it's not gonna really get you nowhere in life either with that kind of mentality that you think like that. Because you thinking because they buying you all these nice things that's gonna make them change how they feel about you. They really truly just do not love you. They're showing that. And those little materialistic things, that's nothing. You know what I'm saying? That means absolutely nothing. So don't let people put price tags on something that's priceless. Okay. That is the quotation, the ending quotation of this live. Like, do not let people put price tags on something that is very much so already priceless. Okay. Which means that your money's not even long enough if you thought you could buy it. Okay. Your money is not long enough. Okay. It's priceless. It has no price on it because it's something that you can't buy. Okay. That's what that means. The reason why they classify stuff like that to be priceless is because no amount of money can buy it. I don't give a fuck if this person had billions of dollars. You still cannot buy this type of happiness, okay? At all. Not at all. So don't let nobody do that to y'all, okay? Don't let nobody give y'all kind of advice like that. If they ever telling you to settle for shit, because that's a person that probably ain't never had shit. You ain't never had shit. So see, you at awe and you amazed by when somebody come through your life and spoil you and shower you with gifts. See, because you ain't never had shit, but somebody should have told you that all your morals and values are far more worth higher value than any of those materialistic things that somebody think they can buy you. Somebody should have told you that the price of your morals and values can't be bought. That's what somebody should have told you. So you think those handbags, those nice handbags, are coming with a price that has more value than your morals? And see, these are things that you're not used to. So these are the things that you are choosing over your good morals, values, dignity, and integrity. Somebody should have told you different. That's what this live is for. People who may be coming across here on this platform, Midnight at Joanne's Gift of Hands, and even on YouTube, okay, with the Midnight Crew. Somebody needs to hear this because somebody is telling you the wrong thing and you're really believing that person's negative advice. Um, it's negative feedback. It's not gonna do you of any good. It's only gonna cause you a lot of mistakes made in your life, a lot of hurt. Okay, to sit there and endure certain things from people or accept things from people when you do not have to accept that. You don't have to go through stuff like that. You know, all of this shit is a choice, right? You know that all this stuff is an individualized choice between people, don't you? We don't have to take ourselves through those kind of situations. A lot of times we choose to stay in them situations, but we don't have to go down those roads. It's a choice. But don't let nobody keep on feeding you the same wrong advice. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So this is what I want people to take from that. Money cannot buy happiness nor love, okay? It can't do nothing like that. So if you're a person out there letting somebody put a price tag on your happiness with money, you're going you're gonna be lost, okay? You're gonna be unhappy for a long time till you realize that all of those things you enduring that stuff for, you taking all the beatings for, you taking all that hurt for, is it really worth you taking it? Because you gonna once you realize that those things meant nothing from the beginning, you're gonna then start choosing yourself. But that's why all words with the word self is very important, people. That's my whole point. This is your girl Midnight. Take heed from this young man, young lady, man or woman. Okay. This is what I want people to do. Take from this. Okay. You take exactly from here, right here, that self is what's up. You got to get yourself together, self, and you got to get yourself together, self intact. When you do, you'll feel better as an individual, as a person. Those things are forms of control. Yeah, that's another thing. It is definitely a form of control. They know they got you up under their limb. All they got to do is they can really batter your ass. All they feel like they got to do is just go buy you a nice bag or go get your hair done. You back in good graces with them, and you still hurt inside. You still full of hurt. So to be honestly, truthfully honest, that bag or that hairdo did not fix the way that you feel. Okay. So you shouldn't have to endure those kind of things. Stand up for yourself. It's time to obtain and gain your self confidence and self esteem back. Okay. This is your girl, Midnight. I will holler back at y'all. Be easy on this good hump day. I'm out of here.